one needs a bit of coaxing to get it to go. So we'll crack her open and see if we can see what the issue is. Now, I tend to normally get a screwdriver in underneath here, prise them up nice and gently, and then get my coffee stirrers in. Got one clip there, one clip here. Here we go. And do the same on the other side. Okay, once they're in place, place a screwdriver just into that tiny little gap at the back there and prise him up as well. Okay, and then it should come apart. There we go. Right. The coffee stirrers out the way. Okay, right. First things first, we need to have a look at this. Now, straight away I've noticed that this wire here has become detached, so that's probably why the lights are not working, because this is detached from, this is your diode here, so that your light only works in one direction. But that was stuck over there like that. So what we'll do is when we come to retest this again later, we'll reconnect this properly and then see if the lights work, because the lights don't work in either one of the two locomotives. Okay, so unplug them all out the way, push that prong there forwards just nice and gently, and then it pops out the chassis like so. Okay, and then we'll do the same with the front. Pull the wire out of there, push the prong in on the back, and that also pops out the front bogie. And then there's an extra wire at the back here for the lights that can come out as well. Right, so let's pop the chassis out the way. Now we have our motor and front bogie. We'll come back to the front bogie later. For now, we'll concentrate on this. Turn him over. Okay, now then, on this one, you bend the bogie forwards like that, and as you bend, push the wheel through, and you should come out. There we go. Like so. Okay, actually squeeze it from the front, not the back, sorry. Here we have the motor. So what we'll do is we'll have quick inspection. The wheels are a little bit grubby, but not too bad. There is a lot of oil, a lot more than there should be. And on the other side, All seems okay. Right. Okay, bring our container in. Very gently prise up the tabs with a screwdriver. Place the screwdriver in the back. Twist the screwdriver nice and gently up like that, just to withdraw the springs. Carefully take the springs out with tweezers. Just watch they don't fly off anywhere. And 9 times out of 10 the brush will come out with the spring, as it has with this one. Looks well worn, but still still in a usable state. Fetch that one out. So. Okay, right. Remove the wheels. And this one, we should have 2 clips at the top and 2 at the bottom here. So get your screwdriver in here, just very gently prise it up. Like so. We'll put that to one side for now. We'll clean that as well later. Now we're left with the magnet and the motor. Here, prise out the copper retaining spring, 2 cogs on the top, two bottom cogs, absolutely saturated in oil. These really only need a small little spot of oil really. I'll give this a quick dab now. Mop up as much of the oil as I possibly can. Right, now try and zoom you in. Okay, now if you look here, you'll see the copper windings of the motor, and you can see these ones, all 3 windings are purple. That's shown signs of significant overheating. Now I do possess a few spare parts, so if you take a look at this one, you'll see that the copper windings are actually copper coloured. These windings are actually good. So what we'll do is, I think best thing to do here, I think, is change the motor. Now you can buy levers or pullers for removing these cogs. I don't possess one, so I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Very carefully, with even pressure, prise up the cog with the screwdrivers. Like so. Put the cog in the container safe, and that should just push out now. I'll show you a comparison between the two. You can see a significant difference between the two motors there. The purple colour is the copper that has got an awful lot of heat into it, and that heat has turned that purple, whereas this one on the other hand is okay. It hasn't been overheated, so this one's good to be used. So we'll put this one to one side for now, and we'll refit this one. So we'll give it a good clean up with some isopropanol. I am currently using this at the moment. I will be getting some with a high alcohol percentage later on. Obviously the higher the percentage, the better and cleaner it is. Get our cotton wool bud and give the motor a good clean. Give the commutator a good scrubbing. Now this is a bit dirty because this has come straight out of an old motor. Like so. And then dip your screwdriver in the isopropanol. Then just very carefully just drag the screwdriver through in between the two gaps there, because you can get a dirt build up here which can cause an electrical connection, and you don't want that, not between the two anyway. They've got to be completely isolated. Right, once you're happy that's all nice and clean, we can start reassembling. So first of all, I'm going to pop the magnet out. Like so. Pop that to one side. Give the inside of this a good clean, because the inside of this is absolutely saturated also. Isopropanol does evaporate, so if you've put too much on, it doesn't matter, it does dry out very quickly. Right. Mop up the excess, turn it over, give it another good clean. Okay, pop the motor in like so. Place the magnet back in. Turn him over and start reassembling. Together again, all into this container here, soaking in the isopropanol. This is an old container from one of my Corgi models. They're great containers for using for purposes like this, and just holding general stuff inside so you don't lose anything. Giving everything a good wash inside. I'm not going to bore you by making you sit here and watch me wash every single nook and cranny in these things. So what I'll do is I'll get everything all washed up properly and then I'll get back to you. I don't know whether you can actually see this or not, but I can actually move the traction tyre. It's something you shouldn't really be able to have to do. There is a bit of plane there as well, so that's going to be causing that to slip. So we'll be changing the tyres as well on this. One of the traction tyres are that brittle that it's actually snapped. See, it's broken there. So it's a good job we're changing these. tyres have now been changed with brand new traction tyres from Peter's Spares, and these ones are not moving at all. These are nice and tight, which is how they should be. Done. Now it's time to put it back in the bogie. When you put these back into the bogie, you have a large nipple on the one end and a small nipple on the other. And if you have a look inside, you have a large hole on the one side of the bogie and a small hole in the other. So when you put this back in, make sure you've got these the right way round, and then it should go in with a nice little click. There we go. Done. For good measure, we will also be fitting new springs from Peter's Spares and new brushes. The brushes have a tapered bit on one end and a flat on the other. The flat has to be facing the motor. The tapered end is the part the spring sits on. Push the new brushes in. And then the new springs. Done. Now for the other bogie, we'll give this one a good clean and then we'll put the whole thing back together. So your cogs are there, and then your opposite ones are there and there. If you put them all back together the same way round, the locomotive won't work. So again, like in the previous, small end in first, and then the rear end will go in with a nice little click. Now to put it back together. So that's done. All I need to do now is put the body back on and test it. Right, so if you say you send that one back to Beacon Hot Junction.
Yeah.